What is going on, Colts Nation? We are back, second consecutive week. I know we had a stretch there where we were pretty inconsistent, but we're fathers, we're working men. We got kids doing stuff,
All
just busy.
things.
But yeah, we're revving up into the season, getting ready for some football, and
Oh yeah.
obviously we're going to be here a lot more consistently. And for you, the viewers, we're not getting paid yet. That's where you guys come in. Like, share,
Love of the
subscribe.
game.
Oh yeah, and we're here a couple of days after. I know you all in Colts Nation know what happened, and we'll get into that. But first, we got to go through our intro. We've got Justin Kingmaker _DFF.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
Hey, pretty good, man. Actually, we just finished up our first with our new co-host, Slayton. So that went really, really well. We covered our top 5 rookie tight ends out of this class that we like as of today. Of course, we'll see how camp goes. So go check that out. We're going to have, top 5 receivers next. So go hit that subscribe and stay tuned and see what we got coming.
Absolutely. Make sure you go over there, show some love. Of course, we all come from the flagship, this AFC South show. So make sure you go over there, like, share, subscribe on that. We've got Third and Teal, who all of a sudden blew up, came out with some training camp videos of Travis Hunter, and I could talk a little shit about that, but I'll leave. You know what? I might talk a little shit about the Jags. We'll get into that later. But make sure you go over there, show them some love. We got show them some love. But we got Titans takeaways, that real Texas team, which is of course not the Cowboys, and of course here, make sure you show some love, like, share, subscribe. And I can't speak for the Irsays. I can't tell them how they should do and how they should feel, blah, 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 blah. I know that if and when I pass away, I don't want this doom and gloom funeral. I don't want all that. I want more of a celebration of life, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the direction that I want to go with this. Just kind of remember what the Irsays and Jim Irsay brought to the city of Indianapolis, and be thankful for the memories, making Indy a football town. And I don't know if I'd be a football fan if it weren't for the Colts, if it weren't for Peyton Manning. And I was 9 when he got drafted, so I was just kind of figuring out what sport I like, that kind of thing at the time. And it's because of him and of course Polian and of course his Daddy Irsay bringing the team from Baltimore to Indianapolis, that made all that kind of possible. So
one of the biggest splashes in NFL history.
Absolutely. And Baltimore still hates us. They will not put Indianapolis. They will not put the Colts on the scoreboard. They will put every other team name but the Colts. They still put Indy on the scoreboard. They won't even mention the Colts.
Yeah.
So it's still bitter.
Haters gonna hate.
Yep. Which whatever. But we go back to that year where I guess we call him Papa Irsay. He passed away in 97, if I'm not mistaken. So Jim Irsay took over the Colts, and they had Bill Polian as the GM, and that's the year they drafted Peyton Manning in 98. So, and the consensus was that Ryan Leaf would probably be the better quarterback. And, the rest is history.
Yeah. I mean, that goes to show, like, maybe Jim Irsay saw something we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him and Bill Polian.
And now, of course, Peyton Manning, legendary Colts quarterback, one of the greatest of all time. As a Colts homer, I'm going to say he is the GOAT. But from a unbiased, it's Tom Brady. Nobody wants to hear it in Colts Nation. I know everybody's slamming their whatever. Don't destroy your monitors over this, but I mean, he is the GOAT. I think when he went to Tampa, he kind of proved that. But I will say that I think Peyton Manning is the smartest quarterback to ever play the position.
Oh man, like we've said many times on the show, the easiest job in NFL history is being Peyton Manning's quarterback's coach.
Yeah,
because you ain't gonna teach that dude nothing.
Do shit.
Yeah, that's free money, bro.
All you are on that team.
Crackers just standing there like, well, looks good.
You're only there in case of like Tony Dungy.
Curtis Painter has to come in.
You're there just in case if like a Tony Dungy gets sick or some shit. Like that's the only reason you're there.
Yeah.
You're there to say, yeah, do what Peyton says.
Yeah.
just to have Coach Peyton's back.
Coach, what did Peyton say? All right, let's do that.
Yeah. But again, we go back to that draft decision where people thought that Ryan Leaf would be the better quarterback, and they were like, "No, we're going to go with Peyton Manning." And of course, Peyton Manning's first season wasn't good. It was not a good season, but then
it was bad. It was very bad.
Around, they produced so many great memories for us with so many great players on those teams. And I mean, of course, you remember the Peyton Manning to Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark. There's just so many memories that came out of this, so many great games. And then there was that AFC championship game against the Patriots where that monkey kind of got off Peyton Manning's back that he can't beat Tom Brady. And is obviously probably one of the greatest moments aside from winning a Super Bowl in Colts history. So, that's
a lot of great things that Jim Irsay had his hands in for sure. And a lot of great things to give thanks for. Man, something I want to add on to what you're saying. A lot of people don't realize, like, Jim Irsay was so big in charity and philanthropy. The guy gave so much back to the community. Like, I don't think people realize that.
Yeah. You could say a lot about Jim Irsay, and we know about his history with some drugs and alcohol and shit like that. But the things that make us human is that we are imperfect. Like, we're not perfect. We've all made mistakes. We've all been down that road. Right. And now isn't really the time to talk shit about a man that's not with us anymore. Right. And
you're right, dude. He had his issues, but you know what? He went to rehab. He corrected those issues, and when he passed away, he wasn't riddled by all those demons. Yeah. So, let the man go in peace, and we'll move on in the next chapter of Colts history. Yeah. And I don't know. It looks like we got maybe some promising things ahead. Looking at who's going to be taking over the team. Yeah.
Just to kind of, before we get into that, there was, I'm in some shit talking groups, some AFC South trash talking groups, and most of the people in there, there's a few bad apples that kind of ruin it for everybody, but most of them were respectful. Titans fans, Texans fans, Jags fans were all, for the most part, respectful. Like, look, I hate the Colts, but rest in peace. I know what he did for the city of Indianapolis. I know he made it a football city, and if our owner were to pass away, it'd be we'd want the respect, for what they contributed to our city. So a lot of them kept it respectful, and I appreciate that. But then you have a few dumbasses. I remember a comment, and I'm not going to even say their name because I don't like to give them attention they don't deserve. But there are people that this quarterback competition between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. So he offed himself so he wouldn't have to make the decision. Just really shitty stuff. And and everybody else in the group was like, dude, I'm not even a Colts fan. And this was like,
that's messed up no matter how you look at it.
I think his comment got banned. I don't know if he got kicked from the group, but it's a really shitty thing to say. No matter what your thoughts were on him and the mistakes that he might have made in the past. Like, this man still did a lot for the city, like you said, a lot of charity work, and he
and one of the most respected out of the owners group too.
Yeah.
Because let's not be shy about this. Like, in the owners, there is a clique. There's a hierarchy. Hey, these are the top tier guys, and then these are the lower tier guys. And he was one of the top tier guys. He helped vote on a lot of important things. But
for sure,
definitely gonna miss Jim Irsay, man. He was always a fun in the locker room. You see all those videos all the time too. So
always in there handing game balls and doing that shit. So he was.
He liked to be involved.
You can say whatever you want, but he loved this football team.
Yeah.
He loved the city, and despite some bad years here and there, especially over the last several. I truly do believe that he did want the best for this team, and he did want another chip. And, he wasn't just trying to line his pockets. He was trying to bring another title back to the city. So there's no denying his love for the team. And for that, I am very grateful. I don't know if I'd be a fan of, I probably like football. I don't know if I'd be a fan of the Colts, if they were still in Baltimore. I don't know if he wasn't here to bring in Polian to draft Peyton Manning.
Who knows?
If Peyton Manning went to the Chargers, I might be a Chargers fan, because it was 9 when it happened. So,
Yeah, Jim, we're
so
gonna miss you,
I'm
buddy.
very thankful. Yeah. And so, you
Yeah.
know, our condolences definitely go out to the Irsay family. You know, I don't know if they're one of the 4 viewers right now watching, but you know, we you know, I know it's never easy losing someone. And
If you are, shout out Carly, Casey, Galen. Sorry about your dad. I know what it's like losing a parent. Just keep your head up.
For sure. Yeah, it was a tough, you know, there's all these bullshit posts that go around, and you know, you don't know if it's true or not. And you know, I saw the Irsay one and I'm like, nah. Like I thought he was just at like the Indy 500 or some shit, like one of those NASCAR races. Like I thought he was just there, and sure enough, it was true. I didn't even believe it when it happened, but again, you know,
it goes to show it can happen anytime. Anytime. That's the plan, you know.
Yeah. So, you know, again, thoughts, condolences go with the family, but remember, you know, all the good things that he brought, you know, to the family, to the city of Indianapolis. We do appreciate it, and you know, we thank him for the memories as well as the rest of the Irsay family.
Yes, Jim.
And that leads us to the future and what it looks like, and kind of Jim Irsay had the hierarchy started. You know, he took over from, you know, he was even a GM at one point under his dad, and you know, he got handed the reins to the Colts, and we feel like that's the way that
it's very much a family business in Indianapolis. Very much a family business.
Oh yeah. So we think that it'll just keep following in those same footsteps, and it'll go right to the oldest daughter. She was very involved in football operations as well, so we think that that's the direction they're going to go. You know, what the future holds, who knows? You know, I can't predict.
Since childhood, all these girls have been in this, like around this team.
Yeah,
you know, so it's not like they're just showing up out of nowhere. Like no disrespect to any Texans fans, but you know, like how McNair stepped in after his dad died. Yeah, he didn't really know much. Yeah. Like he was just out there spending daddy's money, and now it's like, oh, I got to run a team and making all these dumb choices, letting people run the team that didn't belong. Yeah. Not the case in Indianapolis.
It's not like, you know, the Rock's daughter, you know, being the GM. No business being there just for the namesake. Like
she's mouth on the microphone.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about WWE and NXT and stuff like that. So that's we also have a tag team talk show where we talk all things wrestling and WWE. So, but
joke.
But yeah,
comments going on. Let's talk.
It's looking kind of promising from all reports coming out. A lot of people don't realize this. That I didn't even know this either. That about 14 years ago.
Wait. Well, hold on 1 second, Justin. I was so lucky to receive a DM on Twitter. You got a DM from Mr. Irsay?
Oh, dude, come on,
dude. If you did, that's cool. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. Screenshot that thing.
Yeah, screenshot it. Put it on here. Send us a message, man. That's cool.
Yeah, stuff. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, just go ahead.
No. That's really cool. That's brag away. That's something to brag about.
That's pretty neat.
But no. So what Jim Irsay did about 15 years ago, something like that, is he named all 3 of his daughters not just vice chair, but vice owner. So that way they all are already part owners of the team without actually being, you know, in the president spot like Jim Irsay, right? So that's supposed to make it pretty easy to where like they can't the league can't say, oh, we're going to sell the team. Like they can't do that because there's current owners are in place, like they were still part owners. So that's going to help a lot. That's going to keep it in the Irsay family. But from what it looks like, though, the oldest, Carly Irsay Gordon, she's already like kind of in the day-to-day operation stuff, overseeing a lot of different aspects of the team. So it looks like she's going to be taking over, which in the draft and stuff, you saw her in there. She was in there talking with scouts, talking with other coaches. Like, so it's good. It kind of makes me feel good that we're going to have somebody who is involved. She wasn't just sitting back in the corner on her phone, just, you know, being a little rich girl. That's not the case at all.
Hands on, yeah.
Right, exactly. It's not the case at all. So that's really cool. Even the other 2 are involved with the team. So it's not like all these 3 are now like, okay, I want to be in control. I want to be in control. They've already had this established, this hierarchy that you talked about. So I think this is going to be real cool to kind of see, you know, young blood in an ownership position, you know, because like looking at the league, I'm trying to think if there's any younger owners. Gosh,
No.
I mean, I can't. As far as like majority sole owner kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that correctly, but I don't think there is that in the league. I think it's just a bunch of old white dudes. And now, bro, do we officially have the first female owner in the NFL? Because it's not like a share. It's not like other other teams where it's like, oh yeah, there's 8 owners. I'm pretty sure the Colts might be the first team in NFL history to have a female owner as an NFL, like not owner, but like the boss is a female. I'm pretty sure the Colts just made history accidentally. I'm not saying they did it on purpose, but still, that's pretty cool when you think about that. Like, what a step forward for women. Because we've had female ownership in other leagues, but NFL, watch out. Hey, we've had female coaches here for a while now, and now we got a female owner. What's up, Indianapolis? Hey, check. You can't ever beat us on that.
Let's just I'm just saying this as a joke. Hopefully she can make the draft picks and not stare at the selection of players for over 10 minutes and then lose that pick. you know how women shop for shoes and shit, man.
Oh, the women. Oh,
hope she can decide quicker in 10 minutes. I'm just playing around. I think it'll be good.
Have a good team around her.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I mean, what's this mean for Chris Ballard too? The guy who literally told him, but and I joke because I know Carly was in that meeting because he said, I mean, the whole Irsay family was there. So I'm just joking. But what's this mean for Chris Ballard? Is it you think he's gonna try and butter up to Carly and say, hey, maybe I can do this. We can work together, you and me.
There's a thing where I feel like once you're at a certain age, like the technology wasn't there when Irsay took over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there might have been a level of disconnect somewhere with, I guess, being out of tune with what the people want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that she might be more involved in social media. And I hope she doesn't, like, you don't want to listen to that too much. Like, sometimes we're idiots. We're fans. We're emotional. Some fans don't take that minute to just kind of sit back, breathe, and then make a well-based decision. We would make instant decisions. Right. Like, one bad game, you're fired. Well, you can't do that either. Like,
being able to look at, like, okay, this is why we lost that game. This is why we've been struggling. It's not your fault. I think like we talked about on the last episode or the episode before last, like, we didn't really see how Chris Ballard kept his job, but I can see how Shane Steichen can keep his job. Mm-hmm. Because if he's not given the players, it's hard. Like, you can't go beat the varsity team when you only got little league players.
Well, my thing is that this team, and I've said it over and over, they were just a couple of games away from the playoffs. The year before last, they were
literally one
beating they were one play away from winning the division against the Texans. And then last year, they were 6 points away from winning the division against the Texans if they had just scored 6 more against. So it's like, I don't think they're that far off. They had really bad, inconsistent quarterback play. They had one of the worst secondaries, and they were still, for the most part, very competitive in most games. Like, yeah, they got blown away by a shitty Giants team, but you can make the argument that, Colts swept the Titans. And who lost to the Titans? The Texans. So any given Sunday, that's why they play the games. And they look past the Giants, and the Giants fucked up their first overall pick and played.
Hey, that's all right, though. The way it worked out, though.
Oh, this guy. Hold on. To answer your question, this guy has a tweet from apparently Irsay, so we're asking him to email us.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, send that over.
Yeah, man. If you got it, if you have my email still, because I think he emailed me some, because he went to training camp videos last year, and he sent me a bunch of videos and stuff to use for. I think I used it for our intro for a while.
Oh, Joe, that's awesome, man.
Joe Camacho's a super fan, man. Yeah, he keeps inviting me to his man cave. He has this badass man cave, and he invites me, and I never had a chance to make it, and. Yeah, he's even got like a Colts golf cart and shit.
Joe, are you here in Houston?
Yeah, he's here in Houston.
What?
Yeah, he's a super fan, man.
let's hook up, man.
Yeah. He's on X too. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's got a whole man cave and everything, all cold stacked out. He's got a Colts golf cart. Like, this dude is he's a super fan, man.
Love it, man.
Yeah. So, like, glad to have him
Joe,
on.
Joe, tell
in
every Colts fan you can, man. Let them know Unstable is real and raw, and we are here to stay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on, brother. But yeah,
but the other sisters though, they're involved in a lot of things too. It's not just Carly, the oldest. You know, I mean, was it Casey the second? Yeah, it's Casey, and then Casey, and then Kaylin or Callan. I don't know how you say it. But anyway, so like she's like all about the sports. Like, went to college for this. Like, she's been groomed since birth. Like, got the sports management degree and everything.
She's a football chick.
yeah, she's a football chick. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
So, but no, she's been handling like overseas stuff, all like different aspects of scheduling. And dude, these girls are they're like what do they call them? Lady bosses. Like, these girls are doing some stuff. They've been doing stuff behind the scenes for a while now. Mm-hmm. So, like, I didn't realize this. Like, I didn't realize they were this involved.
Yeah.
So we're looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't want to like say, oh, you know, they're going to bring us a Super Bowl. I mean, it's getting to that point of, you know, they got to prove it. You know, they got to prove it. We're heading in the right direction. I'm not ready to just, you know, hand them the trophy, but at the same time, you're optimistic. And like I was talking about, there might have been a little bit of that disconnect with Jim Irsay. And I don't, like I was saying, I don't want her to just listen to the fans, but at the same time, I want a little more transparency. And I don't feel like there was a lot of that coming out of the Colts organization with some of these decisions. You know, I wanted an explanation of why you actually feel that Ballard should have kept his job going into the season. It still doesn't make sense to me. I was very, and you can look back, and I've been on this AFC South show and on CPN for, you know, almost 5 years now, since this AFC South show didn't even have 100 subscribers. So I've been, you know, me, Isaiah, and Curtis are kind of the OGs of this shit. And,
y'all are. Y'all really like.
And I've been
setting the foundation.
Very, very, very defensive of Ballard, and I couldn't do it. Like, he came off of one of his worst drafts, you know, a decline and overall rack. Like, I couldn't defend it anymore. And they missed out on the playoffs. They were 2 games out. They clearly regressed. Yeah. They kept Gus Bradley on, and he fucking terrible defensive coordinator. I couldn't understand how he kept his job. The reality is he still has it, and it looks like he made some of the right decisions. He just DM'd the video. Let me see if I can. But yeah, it seemed like he was making some right decisions this year to kind of recoup. So.
But I hate that it had to come down to do something or you lose your job. Like, why, Chris Ballard, why did it have to come down to that for you to make the moves that you should have done in the beginning in the first place? And look, man, like, I get it. Maybe you were comfortable in your position. You thought, okay, we're good. But, man, the NFL is not like that. It's not like, okay, you can just coast your way. They want results, you know? And I'm glad that Jim Irsay and the Irsay family sat down and said, hey, look, man, like, this is it. Put up or shut up, or you're gone. And I think that these young ladies, and especially Carly being the head of football operations and going to be the owner, I think that she is going to say, hey, look, it's my time now. It's my era. Let's go ahead and start fresh. I'm going to call it right now. I don't think Chris Ballard is back next season. I think Carly is going to go out there and find her GM. If they make the playoffs, I don't think you can justify firing him. Playoffs make a difference. You're right. But yeah, if they miss, I wouldn't even say that Steichen's job is safe. I mean, granted, you gave him, and I hope he improves. I hope he plays his ass off. I want nothing but the best for Anthony Richardson. I don't want to see him fail. But if they do, you had the worst
quarterback with the worst passer rating last year, and then you brought in the second worst passer rated quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna talk a little shit about. I don't have maybe I do have the screenshot. There was someone that. Let me see. There was a mystery quarterback. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Go ahead.
Because Chris Ballard said, "Oh, we like Daniel Jones coming out. We like that he's developed all this stuff like that. Like that's fine. You can like all you want. There's players that I like, but the reality is like they didn't work out in the league, and the NFL is totally different from college. It's a different speed. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes players that we didn't like in college, they come out and boom, they're great in the NFL. You know, I mean, look at Brock Purdy. I'm not saying Brock Purdy's great, but Brock Purdy was a mediocre who had some good signs in college, and look where he's at now in the league.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's the there we go. Yeah, if I blow up my screen, yeah. So he did get an actual tweet from Mr. Jim Irsay.
That's cool, man.
Well, that's fucking awesome.
That is something to brag about. Yeah, heck
yes, sir. That's pretty cool, man. Thanks for sharing that, man. That was pretty cool.
Dude. And Joe, if you get any more of those camp clips when it starts up, dude, share it, and we'd love to feature it here.
Yeah, he went.
And that's anybody.
He was on the field during like preseason game and shit. Like he had that whole VIP pass as a super fan. Like he was on the field for the game, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty damn cool.
That's awesome, man.
He's a super fan, man, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I'm gonna say this. This is a quarterback comparison. I think I sent it to you. You know where I'm going with this. But it's Trevor. This is for the people out there in YouTube land, and if you're on X and Facebook or whatever. This is a quarterback comparison of Trevor Lawrence and a mystery quarterback. And I'll tell you who the mystery quarterback is when I'm done reading the stats. So I know this is a little bit of a sidetrack, but before I forget, Trevor Lawrence, 22-38, mystery quarterback, 22-37-1. Yards, 14,898 to 14,605. Passing touchdowns, interceptions, 69-46 to 62-42. Pretty close.
Okay. Pretty close.
Passer rating, 85 to 84.3. Completion percentage, 63.3 to 64%.
Okay.
Who is the mystery quarterback?
Who could it be?
Who could it be? And we've already got an answer in the comments. It is Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been saying it. I gave Trevor Lawrence a pass in his first season. This dude was brought in as the second coming of Jesus, the next like Luck, Peyton Manning, and the second worst quarterback passer rated quarterback in the NFL.
I bought
Daniel
into
Jones.
I bought into it. I still think
don't
Trevor
understand
Lawrence is a quarterback, but when you sent me that, like I was in awe. I was literally in awe because I couldn't believe. I was like, "Whoa,
what?
Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence have the same numbers?" I couldn't believe it.
Like I don't understand. Like, and the people on Third and Teal, and they will like fist fight you over Trevor Lawrence over Sunshine, and it's like, why? Like if Trevor Lawrence had been drafted to the Indianapolis Colts and he put up the same exact numbers with this team as he did with Jacksonville, you would call him ass. You would not say that this guy is going to take the Colts to the Super Bowl. You wouldn't say it. And you're fucking lying if you would. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like, I'm going to leave it at that. He ain't it.
So that's a little fun nugget.
And I'll go even further. If, as the starting quarterback, Trevor Lawrence wins the Jacksonville Jaguars a Super Bowl, I will on live stream shop at NFL.com and buy a Trevor Lawrence jersey, and I'll have to wear it all the next year. If Trevor Lawrence as the starting quarterback, takes Jacksonville and wins a Super Bowl. I am that confident that it is not going to happen.
Hey, cash that bet in. Oh my gosh. Hey, share that. Everybody out there, share that. Let them hear what
not
Jeff
happening,
just said.
Dude.
Every Jaguar fan every Colts fan share this to them and let them hear what Jeff just said. That's great.
And you know what? When I get off of here, and I think either Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to put that into a reel, and I'm going to put it out there too. I'm sorry,
bro.
I'm not sorry.
I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. I like me Trevor Lawrence, but oh, dude, I don't know if I'm brave for that. Betting the under. Slayton said betting the under.
He's not going to do it, dude. This guy is not it. I'm sorry. Like, first of all, they got no line. Like, oh, good, you added another receiver. He's got no time to throw it to him anyway.
Yeah. I'm with Slayton though. Like Liam Cohen could be pretty good, dude. Like I'm not against it. I think Liam Cohen could. I didn't really understand the hire at first, but I do think Liam Cohen can spark that offense a little more. I mean, they're going to need it.
I don't know, man. Last year was a disaster for Trevor Lawrence. His first season was a disaster. And like I said, I was giving Trevor Lawrence a pass on that one, but it's just this guy has not shown anything that he's going to take them to the promised land. I don't see it. I just don't.
Well, I mean, at least they got Trevor Lawrence locked in with that contract. So,
yeah.
He didn't really earn. I think we looked at the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks, and none of them have a Super Bowl. None of them.
No.
So, a couple have gone to a Super Bowl, but none of them have won.
And it's that rookie window at this point. You know, these salaries have gotten so damn bloated. It's so hard to keep a solid team together when these quarterbacks are demanding 50 to 60 million. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like the Patriots are probably I guess you could say the Chiefs are probably one of the last dynasty that we're going to see. I just don't see it happening anymore.
Keep teams together, like you said. Yeah. I mean, unless the bubble just bursts on quarterback contracts and owners just get together and say, hey, we're not doing this. We're not playing this game. Because, I mean, if rookie quarterbacks start coming out and just balling out, then you're not going to see veterans getting paid that much because they're going to be like, okay, these guys are coming out of college ready. I'll just go draft a quarterback.
But and then you look back in the day, of the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Brady's, the Phillip Rivers, the Drew Breeses, like hitting 5K. I mean, yeah, it's not easy to do, but they made it look easy. And so it's like, has defenses gotten that much better, or has the quarterback play diminished that much? Because now it's like you're hoping that a quarterback might throw 2 touchdowns in a game, when really that was the low bar. Like, if they didn't throw at least 2 touchdowns, man, that quarterback was a bum ass day. And now it's like, please just throw 1.
Well, the running backs are taking back over, though. The running backs are taking back over. You're seeing running backs get second and third contracts with teams, whereas before, man, you didn't. They would have one contract and with that team, and they had to go sign somewhere else. But dude, like especially with this rookie class coming in, these running backs, dude, they're going to reset the market. Like they're going to change the face of the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Ashton Genty and Caleb Johnson could be the next great running back in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I mean, really, he's their only offensive weapon right now outside of DK Metcalf. But who's going to throw DK Metcalf the ball? Any Joe Schmo can hand off the ball.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's the fact that the top 10 paid quarterbacks haven't really won shit.
Mm-hmm.
And why are they going to keep overpaying these quarterbacks that really haven't done anything in the league? Like the only one that really got paid top tier dollar was Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And he's the one that's won a few chips. So it's like,
right. And they were even smart about that. They stretched his money out over 10 years. And the way they structured it was good too. So they were smart about that. That's why Patrick Mahomes wasn't even in the top 10 highest paid quarterback. Well, because it was annual, not overall. It was annual salary. The number 1, Dak Prescott. That dude ain't done crap. Dak Prescott has not done anything for the Cowboys to justify being the highest paid annual quarterback at all.
Yeah, but like we were talking about, like, let's talk the video. I don't know who that is, but it's I have no idea. Is it Let's Talk? It is Eric. Yeah. He has a different profile up. So but if you pay these guys $50-60 million, it's so hard because you also, and like they said in The Blind Side, not to sound cheesy or whatever, before when you pay the mortgage, the next thing you pay is the insurance. You pay the quarterback, you pay the line. So it's so hard to pay the quarterback, pay for this top tier offensive line, and a running back.
Yeah,
like we can't shell out $20 million a lineman
getting re-signed under this new ownership group.
No.
I can't say new. These ladies have been here for a while, so they're not new, but the new regime, I guess, if you will. I don't even know if that doesn't even feel right because they've been here the whole time. But I don't think Jonathan Taylor is going to be here in the next contract. I definitely think that they're going to be smart about this and understand exactly what you just said. Shore up the offensive line.
Yeah. And I would not be surprised. Like, of course, if the Colts make the playoffs, they show a lot of positive, whatever. I wouldn't see them, changing too much, just trying to improve it. But yeah, if they miss the playoffs, they win another 7-8 games. I could see this team kind of getting blown up and hitting the hard reset button and just kind of starting over under, like you said, a new regime, new coach, the guy, the GM that she wants, the coach that she wants to go with that GM. So
the 27 draft is supposed to have a lot of talent in it. So maybe that's a draft that we could look forward to.
The sub for banding campaign.
Yeah. I mean, the kid's royalty. All right. His uncle is like, we will strongly debate the GOAT because of he made a coach's life the easiest job in the NFL. Probably the easiest. No, I can't say the whole world because there's some pretty cake jobs out there, but the easiest job in the NFL being Peyton Manning's quarterback coach. So, Arch, look, I will be eyes glued to NCAA this year watching Arch Manning at Texas and see how he does. Because if this kid shows that he can go out and be a franchise quarterback, oh my goodness. Like the Colts need to do everything they can to move up in the draft, do whatever.
Tank.
We got so much talent to tank. We wouldn't be able to tank.
That would be such a disservice to people like Quentin Nelson and Buckner and, these veterans that are kind of on
Ryan Kelly, who we just lost, like, man,
did him
feel so bad for those guys.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so I don't know if you saw this comment, but our super fan here will be at opening day game.
Let's go, dude.
So yeah, send those out, man. We'd love to see them.
Yeah, we'll
appreciate it.
We'll get with you. We'll get with you and send you a link to where you can send all that stuff, and we'd love to feature that stuff here.
I think he's got my email,
like anybody, if you've got stuff from camp or anything like that, send them here, and we'd love to feature you on Unstable.
Hey, and when he sent the videos, I credited him, not like those bum ass people that were trying to take Third and Teal's videos.
yes, Joe. We promise to give you your credit on that.
Yes.
Joe. I mean, so.
You send me videos and I will credit you.
Yeah, so some big things happen, man. Let the fans know what happened. That was crazy.
Oh, were we talking about with the video theft?
Yeah.
So in Third and Teal, they had a video kind of blow up. It was a training camp of they put out a few of Travis Hunter. One was running a route, and then the other one was Travis Hunter being kind of goofy dancing, and you can clearly hear Trevor from Third and Teal. Oh, that's the boy getting down, or whatever he says. It's clearly Trevor from Third and Teal. And some asshat on another video didn't even bother to cut out the voice at the end, just reposted it on their YouTube channel and didn't give credit to the video, fucking nothing. And it's like, dude, we're the little guys. Like this guy had 6, 7, whatever fucking thousand followers, and like you don't need to steal videos from the little guy to just at Third and Teal, dude.
It's like,
and that's all we ask. If you're going to use our video, great, share it. Add Unstabled one is all I ask. That's it.
These small communities of shows like us, we got to look out for each other. We can't be doing that.
Yeah, Indianapolis, and especially with the Colts, it is a small market team.
Yeah,
we know how fickle Colts fans can be. We know how I don't want to say fair weather because a Colts fan's a Colts fan, but it's a level of spoiled.
Yeah.
And if things aren't going well, they kind of lose a lot of interest. And this pod hasn't been doing very well because the Colts haven't been very good. No one just wants to hear talk about a loser. So and it's also a small market. So it's really hard for a podcast like this to grow. And that's where you guys come in. Like we're a little guy. We love this team. We're trying to grow it. Help us out. That's
we got 13 in the chat right now. 13 watching, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. But don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe and share these too. All your Colts fans, Texans fans, Jaguars fans, Titans fans, NFL fans, because we sometimes get on some tangents, man. We'll be talking about other teams, other players and stuff. But
and at Third and Teal with my little rant at any Jacksonville fan about me ripping into Trevor Lawrence because his stats are the exact same as Daniel Jones.
Yeah, there we go.
I talk so much shit about Daniel Jones. I'm like, bro, they're the same fucking quarterback.
Yeah. Now, do I ever want Daniel Jones to take a snap for us?
No.
Nah, not really. Not really. I want to finish it out with Anthony Richardson. Let's see what we got. And if not, and if you know Daniel Jones ain't going to be your answer, Anthony Richardson's going to be not your answer, then heck, throw in Riley Leonard, baby. See what you got. Then we got Arch Manning next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's do everything we can to move up and go get Arch Manning.
And again, Irsay, I feel like he had a big decision with the Anthony Richardson pick, and it's, they gave up a fourth already, and he's so goddamn athletic, and we've seen Anthony Richardson of what we expected. We talked about it on the last episode about that 18 play drive that he had. That was pro shit. That's what we expect to see from a starting quarterback.
Yeah, do that every time.
But it's just, again, it's so that kind of level of play for him is so far and few between. If he could just be even a part of that all the time, this is a 10-win team. They would have won 10 games last year if he had just been a little bit more consistent. It's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for you to be the best quarterback. I mean, it would be awesome if you could win MVP, but I'm just asking you to be mid. Just be in that top 15, 18, somewhere in there. That's all I ask. If he would have done that, they probably win 9 or 10 games last year.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking for a lot.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to continue that development with Anthony Richardson, and we're going to see that on the field. But even if we don't see that, Shane Steichen still has to understand, okay, hey, look, running team, run the ball. You've got the weapons. We've talked about we got Jonathan Taylor, one of the best run backs in the league. Okay, we just drafted DJ Giddens. You just signed Khalil Herbert in the offseason. You have the running backs on the roster to run the ball and run it a lot. You've got the receivers and Tyler Warren and Josh Downs who can be underneath. So you don't have to have this crazy arm talent back there. You literally just have to have a guy that can get it to Tyler Warren and Josh Downs who can do crazy things when the ball is in their hands.
Just asking Anthony Richardson to be able to throw the ball 5 yards. That's it.
That's it.
Get it to your playmakers, man. That's all we're asking you to do. Even Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield is deadly. This does not have to be a boom or bust team. It doesn't have to be, if Alec Pierce doesn't catch a 60-yard touchdown pass, they're not winning this game. They don't have to be that offense. The defense,
if y'all ever noticed, the defense that they scheme with Anthony Richardson is different. They do show Anthony Richardson respect for his legs.
Yeah.
So take that. If okay, all right, Anthony's not really going to run so much. He's not going to throw some whatever. They're going to expect him to run. So they're going to creep a linebacker or even
they're going to cheat.
A safety or something. They're going to cheat. Exactly. So go ahead and expose that. Okay. Capitalize on that. Use Tyler Warren. Use Josh Downs. Heck, even if they're going to play closer, now you got Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce. All the weapons are on this team. There is no reason why this offense can't put up yards and numbers.
Yeah.
All you have to do is have a little competency in your quarterback position.
Yeah. And right now, this season is, again, I do think that Ballard has now given this coaching staff the tools to win games. I mean, if Ward goes down, Bynum goes down or whatever, shit gets a lot harder. But
you can't
speculating that doesn't happen, and Ward and Bynum, Buckner and Grover and Latu continues his progress, and everything comes together. Everything's going to come down to this coaching staff.
Yeah.
If they can't coach this team to at least be contenders to get into the playoffs, then they ain't it.
Right.
It's as simple as that. And like I said, I think Irsay said the right things to Ballard, and his fundamentals changed. He changed the way that he approached the offseason. Yeah. And hopefully this time it works out and they improve.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this team get blown up.
if Shane Steichen is this great offensive mind that they said he was when they brought him in, and Lou Anarumo is this freaking wizard on defense, like you've got to show it now. Like Lou, this is your first year. I get it. But you are tied to Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen. You're tied. You don't have an option.
Like this team flounders, they go 6-7 wins. You're not going to stay as the defensive coach. Everybody's gone. No.
Right. And I'm not even.
It is a reset button.
And I know. It sounds like we're skipping over Jim Bob Cooter, the offensive coordinator, but we're not. Shane Steichen calls plays on offense. It's Shane Steichen's decision. So it's if I'm Jim Bob Cooter, like I'm doing everything I can because knowing that, like, hey, if we don't do good, I'm fired too, man.
Yeah.
Like I go with you. If I'm Jim Bob Cooter,
together.
I'm telling them, hey, like I would be pushing every great idea you have. Because let's not forget who Jim Bob Cooter is. Okay. One of the highest offensive years that the Detroit Lions saw was with Jim Bob Cooter. So the guy knows how to put points on the board. Okay. Now, yes. Okay. Yeah. Calvin Johnson. I get it. But his running back room was horrible, but he still made it work.
Yeah.
So if Jim Bob, bro, get with Shane and try and get some input on that.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're doing.
For sure. And I do hope, because I think Jim Irsay, and again, I'm not trying to talk bad on the man. I'm so thankful for Colts football, the passion that he put into this team. I just think that there were times where he made a decision like a season or two too late. Like I think Frank Reich was fired a season too late. Like he shouldn't have gotten to whatever the sixth game or whatever it was. Grigson, like that.
Bro,
it's just
Grigson should never had a job to begin with.
No, goddamn. Like
maybe
putting the fries in a bag at McDonald's, but that's the
man was him and Angel Reese. Him and Angel Reese can go over there and work at Whataburger or
not Brick Barbie.
Yeah. No, hey, I tell you what, I am so glad that my girl Caitlin Clark, who my daughter loves Caitlin Clark, by the way. I'm so glad that Caitlin Clark is out there just balling out completely, shutting everybody up. Everybody that was like, oh no, Angel Reese, y'all are just doing this. What y'all hating Angel Reese? You can't hate numbers. Caitlin Clark is setting records in her second season.
Hey. So is Angel Reese.
Oh, yeah, on rebounds because they're her own rebounds.
Yeah. Did you see that? There was like a 10-second clip.
Just her own rebounds
just
on the same possession.
And you read ESPN has the game stat tracker, whatever it is, the play-by-play, and it's like Angel Reese miss layup, Angel Reese miss layup, Angel Reese offensive rebound, Angel Reese miss layup. It's like the worst 10 seconds. What the?
You can never live that down. Never live that
terrible.
down. Like I want to see the rebuttal. A year later, or let's say 2 years later, the whole it's because of me too. Like I want to see a reaction now. Do you really feel that way?
Well, because she got asked that and she was like, next question.
Because WNBA teams, and I'm sorry, everybody, we're talking about WNBA, but hey, Caitlin Clark is Indiana Fever, so that tracks on this podcast.
It tracks.
So with Caitlin Clark and with dang, I lost my train of thought. Dang, dogs barking. So look, with Caitlin Clark doing that, dude, they had every stadium. Sorry, this is the football, but every arena that they play in, they have to expand. So I think they had one in Atlanta or something like that. One of the other teams, they actually had to move their venue. They went from like 3,500 tickets that were being sold to like close to 17,000, I want to say, which is unheard. Like this girl is putting butts in seats. The WNBA needs to treat her like the LeBron James of the WNBA.
ESPN has even talked about it. Like the one thing that the WNBA needed to do was capitalize on this. Like push the shit out of her, put her on the Olympic team. Do everything you can to promote this chick, because they talked about, they're watching for me too. Okay, well, let's look at attendance. Let's look at the Chicago Sky attendance. 7,000, 8,000, 6,000, 9,000, 8,000, 17,000. Well, who did they play when they had 17? Oh, was that the fever with Caitlin Clark? Yeah,
it was.
And instead, it's like every WNBA player wants the WNBA to succeed, and it's also like, but we hate her. And there's that lesson.
It doesn't push the WNBA when you're bashing the best player probably that we're ever going to see in women's basketball. Like, come on, man, support. It doesn't matter. Like, look, there's some people out there that want to bring race into it. It doesn't matter what color the person's skin is. Good at ball is good at ball.
I'm just saying, I just got done saying how much I want Anthony Richardson to succeed.
Yeah. I mean, that's like Steph Curry. Like when Steph Curry comes to Houston, dude, tickets sell out because they want to see Steph Curry shoot those long threes.
Yeah.
Like when you have such a captivating player like that, you're going to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Like when you had a guy like Peyton Manning, when Peyton Manning was traveling, those games sold. Even when they played the crappy teams, they sold out because they wanted to see Peyton Manning.
I remember when the Texans were shit, and they almost always are. But but I remember like tickets would be dirt cheap for most games.
Yeah.
And then Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts would come into Houston, and fucking nosebleeds were still like $90.
Yep.
Because people want to go to see Peyton Manning.
They want to see the best player. Yes, they want to see the best player, and that's across everything, whether it's soccer with Messi or anybody. It doesn't matter. They want to see the best player.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and the WNBA, they had one opportunity to capitalize on this, and instead they all tried to shit on her.
They can redeem themselves. They're still early enough in her career. They can redeem themselves, but they're going to have to really like, hey, sorry, Caitlin, we messed up.
And I'm not talking about like special LeBron James treatment. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like, just promote this chick. Like,
she doesn't talk crap. She doesn't do all the things that you see like LeBron flopping and stuff like that. She gets her whole rookie year. That girl was getting fouled and fouled and fouled. She just got up, mind her business, and kept going. She knew what was happening. She just took the high road. And my hat's off to her because she took it right on the chin, didn't say nothing, and just went out there and just put points on the board.
Well, like that big fight that was all over the reels and stuff. Like, well, not really. It wasn't really a big fight. It was Caitlin Clark,
Reese acting like an idiot.
Well, like kind of pushing. It just took a foul. It was a good foul to take. It was a basketball foul.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time. But like just before that, you see Angel Reese shove a fever from behind to get the rebound. Like, and you even see Clark like, how are you not seeing?
Yeah, like you not gonna call that?
So she went in and fouled her. Like, I'm not gonna. Statistically,
she stood up for her teammate. I respect that.
Statistically, she's probably not going to make the layup, and then she turned around and missed the tech foul. So, like, she's not going to make it anyway. I'm going to take foul. Like,
could Caitlin Clark play better quarterback than Anthony Richardson?
Oh Jesus! Let's. So anyway, Colts Nation, we appreciate. No. Jesus.
Do you remember all that hype with LeBron James? Like when he was still in Cleveland, they're like, "Oh, LeBron James could go play tight end for the Browns and do awesome." Like, you remember all that stuff? That was crazy. I was like,
Let's see it.
It's a totally different thing.
Let's see it.
I mean, basketball players do usually do well as a tight end.
No. I want to see LeBron James catch a pass and then to get lit up by a linebacker and see him not cry and whine on the like.
So LeBron James, even if he did catch the pass, he would flop before he ever got hit. Like he'd already flop on the ground. Like, bro, I ain't even hit you yet. Get off the ground.
Get your ass up. It's football. Oh man.
Sorry about that Caitlin Clark tangent, but it needed to be said.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about it. We got to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
But no, it's true. It's just the whole thing is ridiculous. Yeah. And I think what gets us the most is, we need to be paid like the men. We want to be. I'm like, okay, if you like the men, I think make like, I think it's like 2% or something like that of what the NBA revenue is. I can't remember what the exact number is.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is that in WNBA's most profitable year, they lost like $60 million or some shit, or 30. I can't remember what the number was. They lost money in their most profitable year. So it wasn't a profitable year. The NBA is subsidizing the WNBA. So technically, if you wanted to get paid like the men, you would have to pay to play because your league doesn't make money. And doing all this shit of whatever, like, you're not promoting your own league properly. You're not marketing it properly. You're not. And the one thing that's helping you are these videos of, Brick Barbie. You got the bang. Yeah.
Those
That
are
video
so
is
great.
helping so much. It's helping your league. And I'm not saying the WNBA should like do commercials with the bang guy, but
Yeah.
like you got to capitalize on this stuff, and they're just not. And now they're talking about
No.
taking like like we're gonna remove booing from the crowd. Like that's a part of sports, you dumb fucks. Like
Yeah.
you're doing the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do.
I think they're trying too hard, and they're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like
Are you really trying to destroy it?
Right. You need to listen to the fans, man. They are the ones that pay your bills. Listen to them.
Yeah.
What do they want?
But my whole thing is, it's like, okay, I watch some baseball. I'll watch follow a little bit of basketball, obviously football. It's like, I don't have time to add a whole, and sometimes wrestling, like I don't have time to add a whole nother fucking sport. And it's not that I don't find the WNBA entertaining. I just don't.
I don't really find the NBA entertaining anymore.
No,
so I'm with you. Like,
it used to be. It's just not my cup of tea.
I'll watch me some Caitlin Clark.
But it's like
on my DVR, I'm recording all the Indiana Fever games. Like my daughter loves Caitlin Clark, loves it. She loves it.
That's different. See, but that's different. It's just not for me. It's like, but like where are all these women? Like women outnumber men. I think it's like 51 to 49%. It's like, well, why aren't women supporting women? Like the league would be very successful.
I would love women supported arenas were full. Like, it don't have to be full of men. Like, bro, like,
why do I have to add another sport? How am I sexist because I don't want to add a whole other thing to have to watch?
Bro, if my daughter said, "Hey, I want to go to Caitlin, I want to go to a Caitlin Clark game or whatever like that," like, let's go. Like, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a daughter, I'd be on board with that.
Yeah, I don't think Houston, man. It sucks that Houston doesn't have a WNBA team because when the Comets were here, the Comets were fire. Like they won the first 3 WNBA championships in a row. So like what happened? Like some of the greatest WNBA players of all time were played for the Houston Comets.
I don't know. We lost our hockey team too, didn't we? I don't watch hockey.
The Arrows, yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring there's a big push to bring NHL back to Houston, but
I mean, we've got 7 million people here. You would think there'd be a market for some of this shit, but
yeah, Houston is a major market. Yeah. I get it. It's not New York and it's not LA, but Houston's a major market, man.
A major market and growing.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Like I think Texas and Houston specifically are like the most moved to area.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
no place is growing as large as Texas.
Yeah. I mean,
so hopefully we can get some more Colts fans locally. We can kick it and have some at the Colts Texans games
for sure.
Have a good showing.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think this is a good place to end it. Going on WNBA rant. But once again, thoughts, prayers, condolences go out to the Irsay family, and again, we thank your family for all the memories they've created for Indianapolis and everything they've done for the city. We definitely appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and I wanted to thank the comment section for being as interactive as they are today. Thank you, Joe, super fan, for providing that pretty cool message. And when you do get videos and photos, we appreciate you sharing that. We definitely love interacting with you, the viewers. And while you're here, like, share, subscribe. Head over to Kingmaker_DFF. Do the same, and all the channels under CPN. Help us out, help us grow. We definitely appreciate it. And with that, we'll see you next time. Y'all be good people. Later. Oh, you're gonna be. Hold on, he's gonna be in weekend. Oh, he'll be in Houston. Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, let's get together, man.
Tournament. Oh yeah, he's the bowler.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Y'all definitely hit us up, and man, maybe you can be like Joe, and we'll just interact with you. Like we love talking to the fans for sure.
For sure. But yeah, y'all be good people. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good night.
Later, guys.